So what I've been doing is making a jig. Now, I don't have any specialty bridge clamps for guitars, so the solution I found online is to make a jig. You make a piece about the size of the bridge, and then usually this trick is done with acoustic, regular acoustic guitars, not classical guitars, because they have holes through them already, all the way through the bridge, and that's where the little nut goes on. This is a classical guitar, so the holes are right there, not all the way through. So I was thinking, how am I going to do this without just drilling a big ol' obvious hole? And the answer I came up with, which is still not the best answer, is to do it kind of there. The strings will be hiding it enough, so I don't know why this isn't focused. The strings will be hiding it enough. Dude. Maybe it just doesn't focus that close. Alright. Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna do. If that made any sense. Alright, after some serious trial and error, I got this thing glued up pretty good. I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but we'll see. I had to kind of use gravity to pour some glue in there and then shim it up really good with a couple of shims. Took more than I thought, but I think I got it pretty good, and I got lots of glue in there, so it should be fine. Hopefully the intonation isn't totally fucked, but we'll see. Alright, now that I've got the bridge all glued up, I'm going to do some fret work. Start by cleaning these a little bit. At some point I'm going to want to refret this because it's not the best fret job, and there's some pretty low spots in some of these frets, but I'm not quite at that level yet, so I'm going to just keep them as they are. Using boiled linseed oil for this. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes and I'll come right back. As you can see, there's some pretty major scuffing on there. Hopefully we can find a way to get that out. Alright, just cut in these classical guitar strings, and we're going to string this puppy up. As you can see here, it's not the best glue job or bridge repair, but it was in really bad condition. The way it happened is when I was a kid, I didn't know anything about guitars, and I tried to restring this guitar. But you can guess what happened. I used acoustic strings, not classical strings, and well, that ripped the bridge right off. So it did a lot of damage to the wood underneath the bridge. So I mean, most people would get rid of the guitar, but we just let it sit in our house for a couple years. These strings are like kind of jacked up. So I did some researching online about this brand and this specific guitar. And this guitar is from the early 60s. It's by Ventura Bruno. And you've probably never heard of that brand, and that's because it's only sold to this day in music stores, in-person music stores, which I think is pretty cool. These aren't really worth a crazy amount of money or anything. They're worth, this one's probably about $300. I'm not sure what kind of condition. This one is probably worth a lot less because I just did my own repair on it. It's worth a lot to me because it was my grandfather's and I never really got to meet my grandfather. So that's kind of all I have of him.